Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Warrenton High School for exciting action tonight between the Holt Indians and the Warrenton Warriors. I'm Greg Klinkensmith, your announcer tonight, and Holt is coming off as a 1-1 record with Warrenton being 1-2. The Warriors got their first win against Orchard Farm, which is an exciting opportunity. That's the first win in program history for the Warriors, and then they played a great matchup against North Point. Learned a lot from that. Saw a lot of improvement from the team. And Holt has their lone win right now against Fort Zumwalt East. They lost to Fort Zumwalt East. They beat Hazelwood West in 3 sets in their first matchup. So it should be an exciting game. We should be going off in about 15 minutes or so. So stay tuned. Get warmed up, and let's watch some volleyball. Well, just like taking an opportunity to thank our sponsors for tonight's game. We have Main Street Real Estate. You know, your hometown realtor with from game day to closing day. You can reach out to Main Street Real Estate to help with all your real estate needs. So if you're looking to move to the Warrenton area or just move within the Warrenton area, give Main Street Real Estate a call. And I'd like to thank again Main Street Real Estate for sponsoring tonight's game and all of Warrenton Athletics. And if you haven't watched any volleyball this season, this is our inaugural season. So we've grown a lot, and I really have a great appreciation for all those kids that had never played any competitive volleyball outside of gym class to come out for the team and give it a go. So thanks to these brave young men for being the first to try this out. And, none of these kids really played club. I think maybe 1 or 2 might have had some club experience, but most of them are just kids that have a love for the game and want to come out and play with their friends and have some fun. They've really been exciting to watch. Some of these kids can absolutely fly, get way above the net, and just absolutely slam the ball. So look forward to some exciting action tonight, and they're getting better and better every game. So it's really fun to watch these Warriors play. So thanks for all their efforts. Thanks to our coaches and everybody putting everything they are into this new program. And it should be a fun night tonight. Should be a pretty good matchup. Pretty evenly matched teams from what I've seen. Some real talented players on both sides, and so it should be a fun one to watch. So let's go Warriors. We're a little less than 5 minutes away left until the game starts. Just wanted to put a plug in for the play this weekend for those of you that are interested in coming out and seeing the theater department put on Charlie Brown the Musical. So you can see them tonight on Thursday at 7. You can see them on Friday at 7 and Saturday at 7. We're unable to broadcast those plays for you because of copyright infringement. So come on down to Warrenton High School and check out Charlie Brown. And we know the kids have been working really hard on that one, and it should be really a great play. It looks like Warrenton's going to be using the Librero tonight. I'm not seeing that for Holt. You can tell that by the different colored jersey. We've got, it looks like, 2 players that are set up for that tonight. Number 12 for Warrenton, which is Braden Brown. And I thought I saw a second player with a different jersey, but I'm not seeing that player right now. So we'll bring that to you whenever that comes up. So the Librero is someone who has some restrictions on what they can do. They are a defensive specialist who can only play in the back row and can't serve. They can't spike the ball or move into the front row position. So essentially they're going to do a lot of the setting. So you'll be the setter out there. I'm not seeing Holt utilizing that position. And so this is a strategic play on the coaching staff to try to have it have a little bit of substitution flexibility. So we'll see how this all plays out for the Warriors today. And, we're all, the coaches are learning, everybody's learning here. So the Warriors today are coached by head coach Jake Brown, John Schulte, and Casey Dildine. And then the Holt Indians are coached by Greg Franklin and Evie Blackburn. So appreciate all their time putting in with these young student athletes. And we'll get going here in just a couple minutes.
Between the visiting Holt Indians and your Warrenton Warriors. At this time, you take pride to jump with your cats and the second national anthem. undefeated, let's make some noise for your Warrenton Warriors. And the Warriors head coach, Mr. Big Brown, just like the job coach at Making No Time. Starting for your Warriors, number 3, Derek Torres. Number 8, right now. Number 11, Austin White. Number 16, Peter Fox. Number 17, Matthew Baca. And number 21, Jeremiah Montgomery. Good luck to your Warriors. Good for the disrespecting one time go outside. Let's play some volleyball.
And if you haven't seen how they figure out who's going to serve, what they do is they just start off at the baseline. The referee blows a whistle, and it's a sprint. First to get to the net gets a serve. Always a fun way to determine that. And Holt with a backflip off to start it off. That's fun. Looked like that was number 50, Logan Martin. So, good job, Mr. Martin. The referees are looking over, making sure things are lined up correctly. And looks like the Warriors are in good shape. Now we're checking out Holt. And Holt looks good, and Holt has the serve. Okay, I think we're all set. And Librero is substituting in. So ace off Holt on the back. Right off the bat, Holt with the ace. Nice serve. Of course, we're using rally scoring here today, so every point, you don't have to serve to score. So Forrest to Fabian, to Montgomery, over to Holt. Holt with a slam. Nice shot by number 11, Ferguson. Wow. The 6'4" senior. Impressive. So Forrest to Fabian with a nice save. Nice job by Mr. White to get that over. So Holt jumps out to a 3-0 lead here. Montgomery, Fabian with it over. Over to Holt. Holt setting to the play. Back to Ferguson. Ferguson's big slam off Forrest. Point for Holt. I think the Warriors are going to have the hands full with number 11 over here. Good return by Forrest. Nice work by the Warriors getting it over. We got a tip off the Warriors out of bounds. Going to be Holt point. So Holt's up to lead 5-0. Diedrich with the return. Fabian save. Wagner over for the point for the Warriors. So that's a point for the Warriors. That's 1-5. Wagner with the serve. Oh, good dig by Holt. Wagner to Forrest. 3 over. Montgomery gets it over. They're setting it up over here. To Ferguson with a big slam. They're doing a good job with their setter. Number 1 is doing a great job setting up Ferguson for some big hits. So that's point 6-1 Holt. So Forrest to Wagner. Over to Williams. Big hit by the Warriors. I'm sorry, Austin White hit that. Good job, Austin. And Austin with the serve. Nice set. And he got it in. 55 for Holt with a point on that one. All right. Isaac. Diedrich with a hit. Nice play by Holt. Good recovery. Montgomery gets it over. Oh, Holt's in the net. Point for Warrenton. Good volley. The boys are hitting the ball hard. So Montgomery with the serve for Warrenton. Got to get organized here. All right, everybody's all set. Montgomery with the serve. Going with the, looks like overhand serve. Off the top of the net. Tough play for Holt. Good serve. 4-7 Warriors. Warriors making a little bit of a comeback here. Holt was up to a 5-0 lead, and Warriors are kind of chipping away at it, chipping away. Well, Montgomery gets it over right off the tape. It's spun right over the top of the net and down. All right, Warriors making a comeback. Puts over cleanly that time. Good block. Out of bounds. Point for Holt. I tell you, their setter, Valerio, is doing an outstanding job of setting the ball, giving their big hitters a nice, clean shot at it. So Fabian gets it over. Setting it up. Holt with a big hit. Nice play. Still alive. Oh. They did not expect the Warriors to even return that at all, but they did, and unfortunately we just couldn't get it over. That's a big play. That's 3. Nice play, fellas. Warriors scrappy play, gets that over. Never giving up on the ball. Make an outstanding play. Outstanding play. You know, Diedrich dives, and then Austin White made a nice tip. Really, really well played. Good effort. So Fabian with the serve. 6-9. Warriors are behind. Another good play by Holt. All right, Holt has the serve. Goes to Wagner. Fabian with the set. Back to Wagner. Nice slam. Clean shot right on the side of the line there. Good shot. We've got a nice student crowd here today. Looks like the baseball team might have got rained out a little bit, maybe a little bit early. Decided to come watch some volleyball. So great to see the baseball team here and all the other student support. So Forrest with the serve. Quick over. Fabian to Wagner. Wagner tips it over. And the long spike. Nice save by Forrest. That's Brown. Then we've got Locke got it over. Nice block inbounds. Try it again. See if they do it twice. It's just not going for the big hit. Oh, almost. Good volley. So Holt has the lead, 11-7. Looks like Burley sends up serve to White, to Locke. Fabian gets it. Oh, blocked. Tough wide there for Fabian. Really up against the net. Good play by Holt just to stay out of the net to block that. So it's over. Fabian to White. Big hit. Big swing there by Austin White. Points. So, Warrior serve now. We got Caleb Locke on the serve. Senior. And Locke gets it over. Oh, we got a tough one, 3. Isaac gets it over. Big hit by number 55, or Holt. Looks like Logan. All right, so 13-8. Holt leads the first game. So Fabian to... Oh, so tip ball. Point for the Warriors. So Montgomery had a good hit there. Went off the Holt player and out of bounds for a point for the Warriors. So Wagner on the serve. Jump serve for Wagner. Oh, in the net. So point for Holt. Here in our first game here. Now they played the best of 5. So good dig. Good play. Nice play by 55 right at the net. It's always impressive to see how high some of these kids can just jump. They can just really jump out of the gym. And 55 there did a great job with that. All right. Forrest. We got a tip ball off the Warriors. Point for Holt. Looks like Valerio is going to continue to serve. And he's done a great job as their setter. Gets a jump serve. Nice pick up by Brown. Wagner. Fabian gets it over. And point for Warriors. So we've got senior Austin White here on the serve. They set up for the big hit. A little bit far. Nice touch. Nice touch by number 11, Ferguson. Good dig. Warriors get it over in 3. Out of bounds. Coach Brown's going to take time out here to kind of regroup as Holt takes a lead, 18-10. We'll take this opportunity to once again thank our sponsors. Tonight we've got Hunter Modular, who's been a sponsor for us, and Main Street Real Estate. Main Street Real Estate is one of the realtors here in town. So if you're looking to move to Warrenton, they're great people to work with, and you can find them anytime from game day to closing day. They're your hometown realtors and rooting for our home team, and been a big supporter of Warrenton Athletics for a long time. So we appreciate Main Street Real Estate and Hunter Modular for their support. And we're back to action. So we played 25. So still quite a bit of game left. Play by Brown. Wagner. Good Forrest. Forrest gets it over. Set up to Ferguson. Ferguson with a hit. Nice save by Brown to Fabian. Wagner gets it over. Holt sets it up again. Short serve. Good play by White. Isaac gets it over. Set up again for Ferguson. Ferguson with touch play. Wagner to Fabian. Back to Forrest. Back over. Holt sets it up to Ferguson. Ferguson gets it down. Point for Holt. Good volley, both teams. All right, another good volley setting up here. Setting it up for Fabian. Fabian gets it over. Holt gets it over on 3. So Brown to Wagner. Fabian with a nice touch play. They're setting it up. Big hit by Ferguson, out of bounds. Any tip? No tip. Point for the Warriors. So 19-11 here. The first game of this 5-game set. Montgomery with the serve. Gets it over. Nice dig by Holt. Ferguson with a big hit. Tough to stop that one. Good play by Holt. All right, White gets the serve. Wagner, a little too far. Tough play. So 21-11. Big swing by Austin White. Just a little far away from the net, but going after it. Like the aggressive play, like trying to make something happen. It's fun to watch. So Ferguson with a jump serve. A little long. So that's point for the Warriors. Oh, wait. Looks like we had rotation, out of rotation for the Warriors. So that's going to go back to Holt. All right. Hopefully we're back in the right rotation here. Another jump serve. Great serve. Inbounds. That was impressive. Great serve. All right, so 24-11. This will be the match point for Holt if they score. Tough serve to handle there. So Holt takes the first one. So the Warriors are going to regroup here. So we've got about 3 minutes in between matches. And we will go to our second set. And we'll be right back. All right, back to action. As referees, just make sure everyone's set up in the right order. They verify Holt. Looks good. Now they're checking out Warrenton. And Warrenton looks good. And they're going ahead and subbing in. And Warrenton has the serve. So Holt won the first match of the 5-game best of 5. So Wagner's going to serve. Good serve by Wagner. Trouble. Brown with the return. Oh. Warriors just lost track of that one. It's a point for Holt. Then once again, we're doing roundly scoring, so every ball in play is could be a point for either team. So Forrest with the dig, Wagner, tough play on, right on the scores table. So that's a tough play. You know, and our scorers don't get enough credit. They really, we appreciate all the work that they put in to make these things happen. Nice play by Dietrich. Dietrich, another second. Great dig. 2 great digs. But if it wasn't for our scores tables, these games couldn't happen for our kids, and so we appreciate our scorers and referees and all the people that make these games possible for our kids to play. So thank you to all of you that spend your time doing that. Fabian with the dig. Gets it over. Isaac gets it over. Setting up. Quick. Nice work by Brown. Valero to Ferguson. Good block. Stays in bounds. White with the dig. To Wagner. Back to White. Good volley. But unfortunately, the Warriors don't get the point on that one, so it goes over to Holt. So Holt still has the point, so 4-0 Holt. So 5 out the dig. Wagner gets it over. Oh, nice touch. Misdirection there by Logan. So need the ball. So Holt, just like last time, is up to a 5-0 lead to start the match. Then, this first match, the Warriors made a good job coming back. Just ran out of steam a little bit. So Fabian with the dig. To Montgomery. Wagner gets it over. Setting it up for Ferguson. Ferguson with a big hit. Oh, they're saying in the net. They're saying in no. What was the call there? I missed the call. There should be some debate from talking to the line judge. The point goes to Holt. They get that sorted out. Appreciate the referees taking the time to get it right. Fabian, back to Fabian, to Wagner. Back over to Ferguson. Ferguson with another big hit. Out of bounds there. Good try for the Warriors to block that. But Ferguson has just been dominating. And he's just getting good balls to hit, too. I mean, he's getting set up by his the setter there. So they're going White with a big hit. There goes the tip. And the Warriors are on the ball on the scoreboard. So 1-7. But Holt has done a great job with their setting game. Valerio has done a wonderful job setting up Ferguson on many kills. And there's an ace for Mr. White. Austin White with a great serve. Dropped it right in there. It's White with a serve. So Fabian, Wagner. Back to, a little miscommunication on who's going to take that one. That's a point for Holt. So it's 8-2. And we're working on alignment here. So Forrest to Wagner. Montgomery gets it over. So Valerio to Ferguson. Blocked right back. Good play by the Warriors. Held time just off, just a half a second. Tough play. Good play by Holt. For a little bit of a change up on speed. So Valerio with the serve. Montgomery gets it over. Setting up for Ferguson. Ferguson's big hit, big block, back at him. Still alive. Point for Holt. Great job. Found a stop. So 3-9. So Montgomery. With the serve. Gets it over. And Holt gets it over. Montgomery Setting it up. Wagner. Fabian gets it over. Setting it up. Quick serve. Quick set and spike. Number 55. Logan. So Holt extends their lead to 10-3. Oh, just off Dietrich's hands, just wrong. Good effort, though. White Wagner to Williams, got it over. Good save by Dietrich. Wagner gets it up. Williams gets it over. Ball's up, setting up. A little long. Point for the Warriors. All right, so Fabian goes to serve. Fabian's a sophomore, so we'll get to watch him for many years to come. Setting up Ferguson. Ferguson, big hit. What a player. He can really get up and just slam the ball. What a player. So it's a point for Holt. 13-4 in our second game of our 5-game match. Deuce by Wagner. A little bit of a miss hit, it looks like. So Coach Brown's taking a timeout here to kind of regroup. And we're back to action out of the timeout here. Welcome back. And Ferguson with a serve. Big jump serve. Sneaks it in. Off the tape. Tough play for our boys there. That ball is going fast. Wish I had a radar gun on it. It's really, really moving. Looks like he's making an adjustment to more of the middle of the court. That might be a little off camera, but you'll see him as it comes in the camera, in the frame. There it is. And that's a point for the Warriors. And Force with a serve. A little short. Point for Holt. A little short on the Holt serve, so it goes over to point for the Warriors. It looks like they're doing a sub in for Holt. Number 24 is coming into the game for Holt. we've got Williams with the serve for the Warriors. Making sure everybody's lined up right. Here comes the serve. It's over to Forrest. Fabian gets it up. Wagner gets it over. Good dig by the Warriors. No. All right. Point for the Warriors. That was a nice pushback by Austin White. All right, Williams with the serve. Just a little wide. That's a point for Holt. Big dig. Austin Wagner gets over. Back to White. As they try to sneak one over, and it works. Off of White, out of bounds. Point for Holt. It's over. So setting up number 50. Good dig by the Warriors. Looks like Montgomery. Fabian gets it over. A little long. No tip. Point for the Warriors. All right, Wagner's with the serve. See if the Warriors can make a little comeback here. So setting up number 55. Logan with the big swing. So that's 19-8. We're in our second game of our best-of-5 match between the Holt Indians and the Warrenton Warriors. Big serve. Big serve by number 50. Looks like Martin from Holt. Great serve. That's tough to handle. So 21-8 Holt. Try to do it again. Another great serve. Now it's a tough one. See if we make a little bit of adjustment here on the serve. Looks like we might be up a little bit more in the box. And it might have thrown him off a little bit to aim a little higher, and goes out of bounds. So point for the Warriors. So and Austin White's here to serve as Holt substitutes in. Number 3's coming into the game. Alex Caldwell. And they're working out the rotation here, make sure everything's right. Appreciate the referee's help. Get it over. Setting up for Ferguson. Ferguson. Point for the Warriors. Close call. So Austin White here at the serve. Good play. Point for the Warrior. Point for the Holt. So 23-10. We got 27's coming in the game. Atkinson, Camden. So looks like we're over the line. I think. I'm not 100% sure what the call was there, but that's what it looked like to me. I'm not 100% sure. The point for the Warriors. There comes Montgomery, number 21. Good serve. So point for the Warriors. Good serve by Montgomery. All right, another point. That's 2 in a row. Of course, he played 25, so rally scoring. So the first 25 wins the match. Good service. So Fabian sets it up. Wagner to Forrest. A little long. So a point for Holt. So this is match point. A good serve. And that's the match. So that's 2 for Holt. They would play the best of 5. So if Holt wins the next one, that will be the end of the matchup for today. I'd like to congratulate the JV volleyball boys team for their victory earlier today against Holt. Won 2 out of 3 sets. It did go to 3 sets, but the JV team did get the victory. So we've got a couple minutes here until our next match. So stay tuned, and we'll be right back. Well, we're back to action in about a minute. Holt won the first 2, and coming into the Warriors here, looking for their first win in this matchup. If you're looking for other things to do this weekend, you come out to the play. The play is going on here at the high school, and you can see Charlie Brown the musical Thursday night. So tonight it's going to start in about 30 minutes, maybe 40 minutes. And then we've got, it'll be on Friday and Saturday night. So come on out and enjoy the play. It's going to be a great one. We have some real talented students in that. And it should be a lot of fun. Who doesn't love Charlie Brown? All right. As referees Make sure everyone's in the right order. And looks good. So we're ready for play. Big dig by White. Oh. Over the net. So we got, no, under the net. Point for Holt. Big serve. Nice return off of it. The house rules are if it hits the rafters, you've got to play them off. And that is just makes it tough. We need a bigger gym. All right, side out to the Warriors here. So Isaac Wagner's going to serve. A little bit in the net. So point for Holt. White with a big hit. Good backup by Brown. Forrest with it. Wagner over to White. Point for the Warriors. Austin White with the serve. And gets it over. They're setting up Ferguson. Big hit. Fabian gets it over. Oh, nice play. Under the net. That was a nice play, though. Good effort by number 7 for Holt. Valerio. Really, really nice play. Just got a foot over the line. Good effort. Point for the Warriors. Good serve. Oh, looks like we're in the net. So 5-3. This is the closest we've been. The Warriors have been to the Holt, down by 2. I guess we're down by 1 just a second ago. Ferguson with the serve. Wagner to Fabian. Fabian gets it over. Holt works it out. Point for the Warriors. All right, Fabian with the serve. Good serve, gets it over. Big hit, good block, good recovery. That's Brown. Warriors get it over. Big hit. Number 50 on the Holt. Martin, big swing. Big dig, Fabian. Over to Wagner. Wagner puts it down. Holt has a 1-point lead. That's a point for the Warriors as they work on their rotation. And Forrest with the serve. Point for Holt. Brown with the dig. Fabian. Wagner gets it over. Point for the Warriors. Warriors looking to tie here with the serve. If you're looking for other action, well, we're supposed to play baseball tomorrow, but weather's not looking great, so I wouldn't necessarily count on that one. But we also have soccer, so that might be tricky to get in as well. We have all the rain in the forecast. But we will have volleyball as well at Battle. Oh, ace. Nice serve. That's a point for Holt. Volleyball is one of the only spring sports that won't get rained out. We've got problems with track and all right, we've got Wagner with the serve. Wagner gets it over. Double hit. Over to White. Big dig by Ferguson. Good play by Holt. And Logan, 55, with a big hit. All right. Where's tie game? Wagner gets it over. Good setup. Oh. Point for the Warriors. Warriors get to take the first lead. Got something going here. Oh, sorry. Holt has the lead. Diedrich. Wagner, nice dig. Brown gets it over. Valerio. A little long. Ferguson. Nice recovery by White. Valero back to Ferguson. Ferguson with a big hit. That's a point for Holt. 11-9. Big dig by Fabian. Over. Nice job by White. Down by one. White with a serve. Nice. Ace. 11-11. Tie game. Let's see if the Warriors can take the lead. There's a dig. And the lead for the Warriors. Way to go, Austin White. All right, let's see if we can extend the lead. Ferguson, nice hit. Back to tie game. That's point for Holt. So side out. Looks like the Warriors have a shot here. All right. Point for the Warriors. All right, Montgomery's got the serve. Gets it over. Point for the Warriors. Thought we might have slid underneath the net there, but we did not. Oh, no. 13-13. We've got a sub. Big dig by Forrest. Back to Brown. Brown gets it over. Setting up. Left it a little short. Point for the Warriors. Warriors take lead. 14-13. Warriors have made some adjustments. Seem to be working this match. So Fabian with the serve. Good serve. Gets it over. Good play. Warriors get it back over. Tip it over. Nice job by Wagner. Brown sets it up, setting up the play. Here's Fabian. Nice play by Wagner to get it over. 2-point lead for the Warriors. Biggest lead of the game of the night for the Warriors. Another good serve by Fabian. Set up. Point for Holt. Good dig by White. Fabian sets up Wagner. Wagner gets it over. Tough play for Holt. Holt handles it. Fabian digs it. Nice dig. Oh. Tie game. Back to tie. 15-15. Playing to 25. Best of 5 sets. Holt's winning two matches to nothing. Fabian sets up Forrest with looks like a lift. Yeah, that's a tough play for Diedrich. Hard to get that one. And Holt takes the lead 16-15. Wagner with the dig. Fabian back to Wagner with a big hit. That's a point. Tie game. Back to tie. Over. Holt with a nice touch play for Holt. So Holt takes the lead here, 17-16. Warriors have made some good adjustments this game. Just a nice play by Fabian to play that off the tape. Diedrich gets it over. Big dig by Fabian. And they get it over. Touch play, good play. Wagner. Fabian. Over to Williams. Gets it over. Good volley going here. And a point for the Warriors. Got ourselves a tie game, 17-17. Warrenton's definitely made some adjustments in those first two games. This is the best they've looked out of the 3 games so far. Four hits for Holt. That's a point for the Warriors, the lead, a late lead. All right, so timeout. So the Warriors are looking a lot stronger this match, making some good plays, some good defense. So great adjustments by the coaching staff and players. And hopefully they can close it out. Okay, we're back. Good serve. Lock out it over. Isaac, nice touch. Isaac Wagner with a touch over. 19-17. The Warriors are making a nice comeback here. Gets it over. Nice. Holt recovers. We'll set it up. Oh, a little miscommunication. Saved. Isaac gets it over. They're setting it up. Oh, big dig by Holt. Getting it over. Wagner. 19-18. Warriors still lead by 1. Holt serve now. Getting exciting here at Warrenton High School. And we got a lift call. Got his hand underneath the ball a little bit too much. Tie game, 19-19. I appreciate our referees doing a great job helping teach our kids. It's our first year playing. We still have a lot of kids that are learning. So we appreciate the referees taking time to explain what went right, what went wrong. So Fabian on the setup to White. Oh, nice recovery by Montgomery. Wagner. White gets it over. Big setup. Ferguson. Oh, nice touch by Ferguson to get it down. That's a point for Holt. Holt takes a late lead here, 20-19, playing to 25. Warriors are definitely showing the fight in them. White gets it over, block, nice block by Holt. Get it over. So here comes Ferguson with a big hit. Point for Holt. Competitive match here. Good dig by White. The Warriors get it over. As Holt sets it up. Ferguson, nice touch play. In the net. Point for the Warriors. That's a hard thing about volleyball, is staying out of the net. These guys done a great job all game, really. All right, Wagner with the serve. All right, 21-21. Got ourselves a late tie. The Warriors are definitely showing their competitive spirits here. Good serve by Wagner. Good play. Nice set. Good kill by the Holt. That was a well-designed play, well-executed play. All right, Bobbion with a return. Wagner. Oh, White just with a little miss hit. All right, playing to 25. If Holt gets 25 first, this is the end of tonight's match. If the Warriors can get there, then it's the win. Big hit, big block. Great play by the Warriors. Oh, right on the line. Nice touch. Nice touch. It was the right decision by the Warriors to let that one go, but boy, it was right on the line. All right. This is the game point for Holt. Short serve. Wagner, Forrest. White punches it over. Kill to Ferguson, and he finishes it. Good matchup. Well, thank you for turning in to Warrenton Activities. We appreciate you watching. We, of course, appreciate our sponsors, Main Street Real Estate and Hunter Modular for their sponsorship tonight. And good matchup between the Holt Indians and the Warrenton Warriors. Both teams played hard, very competitive game. Especially that last third match. But Holt ended up being victorious. But great to see the competitive spirit in the Warriors and the improvement they made from each game to the next. So thanks again for tuning in, and have a wonderful rest of your evening.